Good morning everyone, how you doing? It's Paul here from Unusual Things. Now this morning we are in St Michael's Churchyard in Worcestershire and we've come to find the final resting place, make sure it's locked, of John Bonham, of course, drummer of Led Zeppelin. Now I'll tell you a little bit more about him real soon. Lovely little place, never been here before. I'm sure I've been to Worcestershire at some point in my life, Worcester. But never been to this churchyard, of course, before. So we're going to have a little look around. I'll tell you some more about John Bonham real soon. And don't forget, if you like the video today, please give it a little thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, maybe subscribe to the channel. If I can close the gate. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story first. I'm not going to turn into Max Bygrave, so I'm going to tell you a little story first. Now, John Bonham, of course, was the drummer for Led Zeppelin. And when I was a kid, when I was 15, 16, no, I was actually 17, I used to think that I could sing. So I auditioned for a band and I saw it in a newspaper back then because we didn't have social media, long time ago now. And I saw this advert, singer I wanted for a band. Thought I could sing, but I was into pop music then and light rock, wasn't really into Zeppelin. Anyway, I turned up for this audition. There's these guys there with long hair, probably about 19, 20, two guitarists, a bassist and a drummer, all the kit. And I turned up little 17-year-old me, skinny, nothing of me, no long hair like these cool dudes, just short hair. And they said to me, right, they sort of looked me up and down as if to say, you don't fit our description. And straight away they said, you heard of Led Zeppelin? I went, yeah, of course I have. They said, do you know any of their songs? I didn't. I went, no. So he gave me a Walkman. Younger viewers, ask your mum and dad. They gave me a Walkman to listen to Whole Lot of Lovin' by Led Zeppelin. So I listened to this song. They gave me the lyrics on a sheet, listened to it about 3 times. And then they said, right, we're going to get into it. So they said, we'll let you know how we play, tempo we play. And they just went for it. And I thought, wow, these guys are amazing. So with that, it came to me singing, auditioning. And I sang for them. And I thought that I did okay, nothing special. And they would just cool as cucumbers. They just went, we'll ring and let you know. And I walked out and I thought, no chance. That I haven't got their image, I'm not as cool as them. I don't know if I've got the sort of voice that they want. Anyway, I got a phone call about 2 hours later saying, we've seen 16 guys today and we want you. And I was like, what? But sadly, about 3 or 4 months later, I got accepted for the Royal Air Force, so I didn't pursue it. And I went into the Air Force, but I don't know whatever happened to that band. I don't think we ever got a name or anything like that. It was just starting out. I'm sure they all went on to have very, very good semi-professional music careers. I, on the other hand, just stick to pub singing now, karaoke, which I'm still disastrously rubbish at. Anyway, I'm going to tell you some more information now about John Bonham. I just had to tell you my little Led Zeppelin story because it's my little funny story. Nothing to do with the real band or the original lineup, so don't get me wrong. Just pretend, pretend people. Right, let's carry on a bit. John Henry Bonham, 31st of May 1948 to the 25th of September 1980, was an English musician who was the drummer of the rock band Led Zeppelin. Noted for his speed, power, fast single-footed kick drumming, distinctive sound and feel for groove, he is regarded as one of the greatest and most influential drummers in music history. Bonham attended Lodge Farm Secondary Modern School, where his headmaster wrote in his report that he would either end up a dustman or a millionaire. After leaving school in 1964, he worked for his father as an apprentice carpenter between drumming for local bands. In 1964, Bonham joined his first semi-professional band, Terry Webb and the Spiders, and met his future wife Pat Phillips around the same time. He played in other Birmingham bands such as the Nicky James Movement and the Senators, with whom he made a single She's a Mod in 1964 at Hollick and Taylor Studios in Birmingham. Bonham took up drumming full-time 2 years later. He joined A Way of Life.
After the band's demise, Bonham joined a blues group called Crawling King Snakes, whose lead singer was Robert Plant. In 1967, Bonham agreed to return to a way of life while keeping in touch with Plant. Plant formed Band of Joy and chose Bonham as the drummer. The band recorded demos but no album in 1968. American singer Tim Rose toured Britain and asked Band of Joy to open his concerts. When Rose returned months later, Bonham joined Rose's band. After the breakup of the Yardbirds in July 1968, guitarist Jimmy Page formed another band and recruited Plant, who in turn suggested Bonham. Page's choices for drummers included Procol Harlem's B.J. Wilson and Paul Francis. However, on seeing Bonham drum for Tim Rose at a club in Hampstead, North London in July 1968, Page and manager Peter Grant were convinced he was perfect for the project, first known as the New Yardbirds and later as Led Zeppelin. Bonham was initially reluctant. Plant sent 8 telegrams to Bonham's pub, the Three Men in a Boat in Warsaw, which were followed by 40 telegrams from Grant. Bonham was also receiving more lucrative offers from Joe Cocker and Chris Farlow, but he accepted Grant's offer. He recorded, "I decided I liked their music better than Cocker's or Farlow's." During Led Zeppelin's first tour of the United States in December 1968, Bonham became friends with Vanilla Fudge's drummer Carmine Appice. Appice introduced him to Ludwig drums, which he then used for the rest of his career. His hard hitting was evident on many Led Zeppelin songs. Page let Bonham use a double bass drum in the early demo of Communication Breakdown, but scratched the track because of Bonham's overuse of it. The studio recording of Misty Mountain Hop captures the dynamics similarly exhibited in No Quarter. On cuts from later albums, Bonham handled funk and Latin influenced drumming. Songs like Royal Orleans and Fool in the Rain are examples, respectively, displaying a New Orleans shuffle and a halftime shuffle. In December 1974, Bonham appeared in the film Son of Dracula, playing drums in Count Downs, Harry Nilsson's band. Bonham appeared in a drum lineup including Keith Moon and Ringo Starr on the soundtrack of the album. On the 24th of September 1980, Bonham was picked up by Led Zeppelin assistant Rex King to attend rehearsals at Bray Studios for a tour of North America to begin on the 17th of October in Montreal. It was the band's first tour since 1977. During the journey, Bonham asked to stop for breakfast, where he drank 4 quadruple vodka screwdrivers, 16 shots between 400 and 560 ml. He then continued to drink heavily after arriving for rehearsals. The band stopped rehearsing later in the evening and went to Page's house. After midnight on the 25th of September, Bonham fell asleep, someone took him to bed and placed him on his side. Led Zeppelin tour manager Benji Lefevre and Jones found him unresponsive the next afternoon. Bonham was later pronounced dead at 32 years old. The inquest on the 27th of October 1980 showed that in 24 hours, Bonham had consumed around 40 shots, 1 to 1.4 litres of 40% vodka, after which he vomited and choked, a condition known as pulmonary aspiration. The finding was accidental death. A post-mortem found no other recreational drugs in Bonham's body.
So there's all the information there about John Bonham, and sadly taken at such a young age, but he obviously had some issues in life, and passed away at Jimmy Page's house, legend Jimmy Page. But this is a beautiful little churchyard as well, isn't it? I've been having a good look around. You know what? I think I found it. To be fair, you can't miss it. This man is obviously very, very respected in the drumming world. Look. Wow. Let's just have a look at some of the bits that people have left. Now, excuse my ignorance, but I wonder what the relation is to the cars and things like that. Now, is there a track that I'm missing that I'm unaware of or something? I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. Cherished memories of a loving husband and father, John Henry Bonham, who died September the 25th, 1980, aged 32 years. He will always be remembered in our hearts. Good night, my love. God bless. Wow. And look, some pictures and everything. Look, wow. Now I knew from seeing previous photos that he had a very well respected and loved final resting place from many people putting drumsticks down and cymbals and other bits and pieces, but I didn't really expect to see it on this sort of grand level. It's amazing. So there we have the final resting place of John Bonham. Wow, so much. Do you know what? I know I always go on about this, and whether people believe me or not, and you know I say in some places you can feel the energy of, when I've been to sort of like murder victim places and whatever, you can feel how heavy the energy feels. Here it feels so light. It feels amazing. It feels good energy, you know, it just feels, I don't know if it's the drumsticks, the power that the drums produce, or the power that this man had behind the drums, I don't know, but it just feels a real cool, strong, you know, I want to go and bash some drums, that sort of energy. Thank you, John. On behalf of all the fans out there of your music, Led Zeppelin, and those, you know, because I know that there's a lot of people that watch my channel that can't get to these sort of places for various reasons, and I completely understand that. And I should imagine there'd probably be a lot of Zeppelin fans, as there are with many of the other sort of rock musicians and things like that, graves that I've got to, that will never be able to get here. So, but on behalf of those people in particular who are big fans of yours, thank you. Amazing. Oh, getting old, my knees are cracking. What an amazing grave there, you know. So much love for that man, and you can feel it. You can feel it there. You can feel the energy. You can feel the passion, the drums, it just feels good. Nice, good energy. So there we have it. That's all about John Bonham today. But I have noticed, and we can't let it go unspoken about, can we? It's like the elephant in the room sometimes, isn't it? The church. We're going to have that moment, aren't we? It's like Deal or No Deal. You know, we get the box. You know, have you got the £250,000 winner, or have you got the penny? That's what every time trying to try a church door is like. But first, I've got to show you this. As I was filming next to John Bonham's grave here, look, welcome to visitors. The church is open, and you may like to record your visit in the visitor's book, which is inside on the table. Right, okay, so we are going to hold you to that, Mr. Notice. We are going to come and have a look, because this place, I should imagine, will look amazing on the inside. And if we get in, happy days. Let's have a look, shall we? Welcome, our church is open. We should love you to come in. There's... Oh. Wow, we're in. Ooh, we're in. We are in, look. Wow, what a beautiful church. What a beautiful church, look. Look at that, amazing, beautiful. I love these little places, they're so cool. They're so tranquil, peaceful. And like I've said before, when you go to the little villages, a lot of the time they are open. It's just a shame that obviously the big city ones don't always open. Done this a few times in my life, not in a church, but given the funeral services in crematoriums and at grave sites. Now, I did notice some stairs on the way in. So it's standard practice. Close the door. It's rude not to have a look, isn't it? Ooh. Crikey, O'Reilly. Oh, that's locked. Damn. Is it? that's a shame. We'd have liked to have gone up there, wouldn't we? The sign stuck to its word. The sign said, "Come in, the church is open." I went in, the church was open. I didn't sign the book. I need to sign the book. You know, if we're going to go into these places, we have to sign the book. And then if you come to this church in the future, maybe you can see if you can find my signature. Where was the book? It said inside on the table. There's a table. Let's have a look. Ah, there it is. Right, hold on. Now the question is, do I write poor, unusual things? Right, okay. 12th of May. That's today. Someone's already been here. Right, okay, so date. 12th of May. Name. Paul. I won't write my address, but I'll write Portsmouth on there. Portsmouth. And in brackets, unusual things. Remarks, beautiful. Beautiful place. We've done it. We've left our signature in the book. There we go. How could I forget to do that? We've got to do that, haven't we? Let's come out of here. Now guys, I've got to show, I know it seems like I'm rabbiting on today, but you know, we come to these places, I won't ever probably come here again in my life unless there's some other reason, but I've got to show you this. Look, horses. Look at that big old unit. He is massive. I don't know if you show. Uh-oh, he's coming over. No, you know what me and horses are like. Come on, Mr. Red. Come on. Right, now I've got to remember the advice that you as listeners gave me in previous videos. Can't remember. I think it was just to be cool and calm around. I'm not frightened of horses, I like horses. But they've got big gnarly teeth, and if they want to take your fingers off, they can. Come on, you. Come on. I've got nothing to give him. What do I feed a horse? I haven't got any mince or an apple. That's all I remember. Hello, you. You want to come and be on telly, don't you? You want to be on YouTube. You're a beautiful horse. Come on in. Hello. 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 You gorgeous? You're a gorgeous boy. Let's pull this back. Hello. 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 Oh, what a beautiful horse. Hey. Me and my new friend, Dobbin, here. Come on. Come on in. He's not interested no more. He says, you get one photo with me and that's it. Come on in. Hello. Oh, you're big. Don't want you going down there. You don't know what they might grab. Do we? Hello. Beautiful. Yes, you are. I could be here all day. And that's it. That's our friendship over. We've had that moment. Oh, he's going for some flowery things, look. There's a bit of grass. Bit early for that, mate. I couldn't resist. I spent another 15-20 minutes with the horse. Just talking things over. We've come to the conclusion that he should be allowed in here. There's more grass in here for him to eat. But they look well loved, well looked after. And if you're still around, you can go now. We're done. We are done. We were done like 10 minutes ago. We're done. Okay? I am going to go. You hang up. No, you hang up. Right, see you all soon. Take it easy. Bye.